Good morning from a buggy and cool June 1st morning up here in northwestern Ontario. Pardon my mosquito net here. The bugs they would literally carry me away if I wasn't wearing it. This is only like the third or fourth time I've wore it this year, which is surprising. But the last video I did, which a lot of you watched and got here from that, or if you haven't, I'll link it below and at the end so you can watch the leech trapping video. I had no idea it would be so popular for you guys. But the main question that come up is that I kind of just glossed over that we don't keep what we call kind of quote unquote bloodsuckers. And people are like, I didn't realize there was a difference between a leech and a bloodsucker. Technically, they're all the same family or species. And here's a trap it's not full, but these, I don't see what we would consider a bloodsucker in here. These are all leeches. And I'm hoping today to find a couple of the really soft-sided bloodsuckers. But right here, this is what a leech does. It rolls up when you touch it, and it's got these sharper edges on it. And I'm going to take a couple back to the shop to show you guys and compare. But that's what a classic fishing bait leech does, is it rolls up like this. And that's what we want. So this trap is full of leeches. So when I get to a trap here that has a bloodsucker or a couple different styles of leeches, and especially the ones that we don't want, I'm going to take a couple minutes and show you guys. And I don't know the official technical names for them, but I want to show you what the ones that we keep versus the ones that we just discard. And like I said, again, we'll go back to the shop and I'll show you guys on the workbench the difference in what to look for you guys that are out trapping for your own bait. Okay, while I'm in the sun, here's a really good example of what, it's going to be hard to see in the trap, but I'm going to do my best. So I have a few leeches in here, not a ton, but I have a green soft-sided, what I would call a bloodsucker. So I'm going to take a few of the leeches out, or the ones that we use for bait. I'm going to keep one of them. And one thing that I can't really show you is these soft-sided ones. They don't attach to the trap when you're trying to clean the trap. Generally, they let go of the trap and they slide right out. So I'm going to try and keep one big one here, or bigger one, to show you guys. So I have one big one here, and so you can see how it's curling up. And then this one right here is this soft-sided, what we would call, or what I would call, a bloodsucker. I'm going to try and put them on the trap here and bring you guys in. And the bloodsucker one is just very slimy. I'll see if I can show you guys here. So this one here is what we would consider a leech for fishing. See how it rolls up and it's got those sharper edges to the body. This one here, the bloodsucker, you can really see the segmentation in the body on this one, and I'll be able to show you guys more in the shop with some better lighting. But see how easy this is to just squish out, and it's very soft and it's very slimy. And these ones that we use for bait, when you touch them, they don't want to spread out, they want to roll up. So as soon as I touch it, it rolls up into a ball like that. Well, hopefully you guys can see that. I'm going to put that one in my bucket. It's attached to my glove. Now this one, its sucker's stuck to the trap here, but if I pick it up, if I can, it's just really soft and slimy. And you can use those for bait. It's not illegal, but they try to climb out of your traps. They try to climb out of your buckets. They are notorious for going through the small holes on the leech tamer nets that people catch, and see just how quickly that just slides right off of my trap. So that's kind of the easiest way to show you guys in a trap. Generally, if you open a trap, depending on what type of trap you use, if you're using a folded tin like this and you open it up and you go to push your leeches out, a lot of times the bloodsuckers, or the ones we call the bloodsuckers, the really soft-sided one, they will just slide right out. They will let go as soon as there's any disturbance, and that's the easiest way to tell. And if you miss them in your traps and you put them in your bucket, by the time you get back home, they'll be climbing up the sides of your bucket to try and get out of your bucket. So that's a really good way to know that generally those ones are not of much value for bait. Okay, here's another example of a bloodsucker sitting right outside of the trap. Whoops. Out of the trap there. I just pulled this trap out of the bottom and the meat's right on the edge. Actually, there's a leech stuck around the meat there, but this is a bloodsucker just caught. He's actually caught in the edge of the trap. I'll see if I can show you guys. He's caught in the crack on the trap there, and they're just slimy, gross. Throw that guy back, and we're just finishing up this pond here. I think I got 3 more traps to go. Let's see if I can show you this. There's a leech trapped right through. He's stuck right through the meat there. There, I dug him out. It's a little guy. We'll throw that one back. We don't need him. But I just thought I'd show you that one last bloodsucker, because lots of times that's what happens. They suck up onto the edge of the trap, and then they get caught between the cracks in the bottom edge of the trap. And because they're so fine, they get stuck in there and they can't get themselves out. So that's usually a good sign that, you know, you're dealing with a bloodsucker when you see them hanging out of the trap like that and they're caught in that piece. So I'm going to do these last couple traps, and then I'll give you guys a little tour across the lake here and wrap this one up. Well, guys, that's a wrap here. I'll come tomorrow. I have to work night shift at my normal job tomorrow, so I'll come in the morning and check the traps here. But I just want to say, you know, thank you guys for coming along for a ride on these last couple videos. It's been a lot of fun, and little did I know you guys would be so interested in these dirty jobs. But I guess it's one of those things you don't know until you know. And I didn't know anything about this neither, like 8-9 years ago when we started doing this, and this is just a spring thing to help my wife shop out, and it's fun. You can make some decent money at it, and it's nice getting out in nature like this. Anybody that loves the outdoors would love this. It's just like a super peaceful morning. The sun's finally broke above the trees. The mosquitoes seem to have laid down. They'll be bad when I get back to the trees back where my truck's parked. But I just want to touch on one quick thing. My wife's gonna be like, where's your life jacket? The water in this pond has probably gone down 3, almost 4 feet in the past couple weeks. Normally I wouldn't trap in here this late in the year, but it's still trapping in this one corner, and I could literally walk from one side of this pond to the other right now. I have my little trolling motor on the back. I left it here last night. I'm just going to take it in with me today, and tomorrow I'll just paddle around, because I'm literally setting my traps in 6 inches to 2 feet of water. I can touch bottom with the paddle everywhere. So anyway, you guys have to be careful when you're doing this. These little boats are tippy. You definitely don't want to be doing any, quick movements or anything. Nothing worse than falling in water, and nothing worse than falling in a beaver pond, yucky, infested with all kinds of parasites and bugs and you name it, water. I've never really fallen in. I've definitely got wet feet, wet legs. I've slipped out of the boat while I've landing it. I've actually had a bucket of leeches kind of roll over into the water. Thankfully, I didn't lose very many. So lots of things happen. Like I said in the last video, you have to be prepared. So as I wrap up this one here on the lake, let's go back to the shop. I'll show you guys the difference between some of the bloodsuckers and the actual leeches on the bench there. Hopefully I can have a couple left in the bucket that we can do that with, and we'll wrap this one up. Okay guys, I'm back down at our minnow shed here, and like I said, in the boat, gonna separate these and try and keep a couple of the what we call bloodsuckers separate to show you guys on the bench. You see one or two bloodsuckers in there. That's okay. We'll have a couple here that we can hopefully show you guys, and I'll separate them here and then I'll take them onto the workbench inside so you guys get a good look. Alright, so see what I can see here. There's a nice big fat juicy leech. Now I thought I seen right there, there's a really soft squishy bloodsucker. We'll keep that one separate. We'll sort this out and we'll bring them into the bench inside. Another bloodsucker. All right, I got one full bucket. Let's go inside. All right, so that's 6 pounds right on there. And Harry cleaned this tank out just recently. We'll throw them all in here. So like we talked in the last video, you gotta give them a little push to get out sometimes, and they obviously stick to the bottom. All right, so that was 6 pounds there. Let's go see what else we can show you guys here. Okay guys, I'm in the dirty, messy shed here, but I got a couple leeches and a couple bloodsuckers down on the table here. I'll see if I can show you guys and show you the difference. So these two here that are rolled up, as soon as you touch them, they roll up. Those are what we want for bait. Now compare that to these really segmented bodies. You can really see the ribs in the bodies, and when I touch them, they're just super soft and squishy compared to these. These are almost like a ball when they roll up. And these are the junk ones. And you can see they actually have like a really big sucker on their mouth there compared to, you can see that one there upside down a bit, compared to the leeches. So I'll throw the leeches in our tanks. Those are the ones we want. And these are the scrap ones that we just discard. And like I said guys, they're just soft, squishy, they're really slimy. It's not really what we want at all. We want those hard, firm leeches for bait. So appreciate you guys, asking that question. Let's go back out in the boat and finish this one off. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that look at the difference between bloodsuckers, leeches. Are they the same? Are they different? Which ones can you use for bait? Which ones shouldn't you? Very interesting topic, and I appreciate you guys asking those questions. And if you guys want to know a little bit more about leech trapping, just leave a comment below. I know some of the questions are like, how do you choose which lake to go to or which pond? I could maybe cover that a little bit in another video and talk to you about our commercial license and how we are only allowed to fish for bait on certain lakes. So that's something I could maybe do if you guys are interested. But as for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you haven't seen the video where you guys ride along with me in the boat, check out the link right here. That'll take you to that video where we go for an entire day of leech trapping. And for those of you that have seen both of these, hopefully you'll check out some of our other content. We are a fishing channel. Hopefully there's something in there you guys will like, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.